Hi everybody, I'm going to give you a few pointers and tips and tricks on filling in your class info reporting spreadsheet here. This is found in the staff Google Classroom page, and you just scroll down here. Yours will look a little different. It'll say something like open here. It opens up to a blank spreadsheet, and we have in the top row here filled in some topics, things, information for you to go and find. This is completely customizable to you. You can feel free to add information that you think would be helpful. So I'm going to show you really quick how to do that. For example, iReady ELA, it might be more helpful for you to see the grade level equivalent as opposed to the scale score. So when you are doing that, you can just see like a 587 what that grade level equivalent is. Same with math. Over here, the IEP column, we decided it's probably a good idea to do IEP/504. So when you're filling in that information, you can include that. And then the column next to it, I changed, instead of just related goals, I added accommodations related to my class. That was from Lynn Rose suggestions, because the accommodations are really going to be what's more important in your day-to-day teaching. So if you do have a student who does have an IEP and you indicate that on your form, in this box here is where you can type their accommodations. When you're typing in these boxes in sheets, so let's just say preferential seating close to teacher is an accommodation. In order to keep the text from stretching like this, there's something you can do to fix that. So if you select the box, this text wrapping option here, this little arrow that's pointing straight ahead, if you click on that, you can make the text wrap around and it'll all fit into one box so you're typing for that kid. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. To insert columns, like if I go over here to CELT level, after I look up their CELT level, let's say that I think it would be informative for me to know the 4 breakdown scores. So their listening, speaking, reading, and writing scale scores. So I want to insert columns here to add that information. To do that in Sheets, I just go up here to Insert and Column Right. So I'm going to insert those 4 columns there. And then I can rename those CELT listening, and then do my text wraparound thing again, CELT speaking, and so on. If you double click the column line there, it'll make your boxes smaller so that it's not taking up so much space. So just to some formatting to keep that in mind. You can also manually drag things over like that as well. A couple of things when you are populating your class roster here, last name, first name, PowerSchool, if you open up your class list, you can just copy paste that directly in here, and then you can delete this first name column because it'll do their last name, first name. So to do that, you just go to Edit and delete column B, and it'll take away that column. If you make a mistake, undo is your friend. It'll come right back. Down here at the bottom is the same sheet repeated several times. So you could do this 2 different ways. If you are a 5th, 6th grade teacher, you could do one sheet as one of your cores and the other sheet as your second core. If you are an upper grade student, or I'm sorry, an upper grade teacher, each of these could be your periods. So first period, second period, third period, fourth period, fifth period, and then you have a prep. This all student one is going to be the most helpful for our 7th and 8th grade teachers for sharing with your housemates, so the other teachers who share the same students as you. If your team wanted to start with this page by populating it with all students you share, and then working together to fill in the information for all of your students, then you yourself could go back in and just copy information and paste it into your individual periods. That way you're not doing all of the work separately. That is all going to be the same information. So if that makes sense, let me know if you need help with that or if you need an example with real student names, I can show that to you too.